Victor's intriguing offer on YNR is one Sienna can't refuse, but what about Noah? On The Young and the Restless, on December 8th, Victor meddled with his grandkids' lives once again. This time, he offers Sienna the opportunity to stay away from Noah. She takes him up on his opportunity, leaving the ball in Noah's court. Key takeaways. Victor offered Sienna a bribe. As usual, he meddled with his grandkids' love life. Sienna isn't afraid to turn it down. Noah will have to choose his own destiny. Victor bankrupts Mitch Bacall. Victor, Eric Braden, who responded to retirement rumors, used AI software to drain Matt Clark's, Roger Howarth, company. That means Sienna, Tamar Braun, is also without some of that funding. On Monday's episode, she met up with Victor at the hotel cafe. Her first question was how Victor made it happen. He wouldn't dare reveal what power he held in his hands. Victor assured Sienna that the shadow room no longer belonged to Matt Clark, and he would return to jail. Victor disrupts his grandson's romance. Sienna told Victor that Noah, Lucas Adams, had asked her to go to Genoa City with him. But she could tell that Sharon Case, and Nick, Joshua Morrow, want their bad romance to end. She doesn't know how she's going to make the move since she's without money. Victor had an offer for Sienna. He asked her to name a price, so he could write a check. Noah is already the owner of the shadow room. What more could he need? Sienna could tell that Victor was keeping her away from Noah. Sienna didn't blink twice at his offer. She willingly accepted it, leaving Noah to make his own decisions. More. Can Victor Newman fix everything on YNR? What will Noah decide? Sienna is an independent woman who calls the shots in her life. She won't let anyone do it for her. This suggests that Noah will have to choose his own destiny. More in entertainment. Back at Sharon's hotel room, Noah told his parents he needed to stay behind in Los Angeles. He got Sienna into this mess. Now, he has to figure out how to get her out of it. Noah believes that bringing her back to Genoa City would make things better. But Nick feared that Matt would follow them there. Besides, Sienna was involved in Matt's drug dealings. However, Noah maintained that Sienna knew nothing about it. Nick wanted to know what Noah was going to do about his relationship with Allie, Kelsey Wong. But Noah didn't want to talk about his past, which led to his future in LA. Read next. In Genoa City, secrets don't stay buried for long, loyalty is currency, and every choice has a price. Sienna Lawrence never meant to become entangled with the Newmans, not truly. She had come into Noah's life like a quiet breeze turning into an unexpected storm, carrying a past she seldom spoke of and a determination people mistook for ambition. But Genoa City has a way of transforming even ordinary people into chess pieces on someone's board. And no one plays chess better than Victor Newman. An offer only the mustache could make. It started on a rainy afternoon, the kind that draped the Newman ranch in a silvery haze. Victor had asked to see Sienna, only Sienna, which alone was enough to make her heart pound in her ribs. She entered his study cautiously, eyes tracing the room filled with decades of power, victories, and warnings. Victor leaned back behind his desk, hands clasped, eyes sharp as if he could see through any lie she hadn't even told yet. "Sienna," he said, his voice low, steady, commanding. "I have a proposition for you." He didn't waste time. He explained how Newman Enterprises was expanding a new foundation branch, one focused on arts, community outreach, and youth revitalization. An ambitious project. A meaningful one. Something Sienna had always dreamed of doing, long before Genoa City, long before Noah. Victor saw something in her, something she'd been terrified anyone might notice, brilliance mixed with hunger. And he was offering her the reins of a project that could change lives. It was an offer no one in their right mind would refuse. But Victor never gives anything without expecting something in return. Why Sienna? The question sliced through her thoughts. Victor answered before she asked. You have potential. And you have insight Noah does not. A chill ran up her spine. Was she being praised, or used? Or both? He knew she and Noah had been struggling, that the fractures in their relationship weren't as invisible as she hoped. Victor knew everything. And still, he was placing this opportunity in her hands, an opportunity that could elevate her beyond anything she had ever imagined. The unspoken truth was loud. This was also a test. Of loyalty. Of character. Of her place in Noah's world. The weight of yes. Sienna said she needed time, but she already knew her answer. She could feel it simmering inside her, the ache to matter, to contribute, to be more. Noah had always supported her, but lately he had been distracted with his own insecurities, struggling to rebuild his place within the Newman orbit after London, after heartbreak, after returning home feeling like a ghost of the man he wanted to be. Accepting Victor's offer might widen the gap between them, or it might force Noah to decide what he really wanted, from his family, from life, from her. But refusing it? That felt like betraying herself. Noah's dilemma, pride or partnership. When she finally told Noah, his face flickered through an entire storm of emotions: surprise, hurt, suspicion, pride, fear. "So my grandfather thinks you're the one who needs a leg up?" he asked, half joking, but not really. "Your grandfather thinks this program needs someone who actually cares," she replied softly. She explained the proposal, the budget, the impact, how it aligned with her long-buried dreams. But she could see Noah spiraling inside his own shadow. Victor had never offered him something like this. Not directly. Not with this level of trust. Was Victor elevating Sienna to challenge Noah? To motivate him? To test them both? Noah didn't know the answer. And neither did Sienna. The tension builds. In the days that followed, the air between them thickened. Every conversation felt like stepping on glass. Noah couldn't decide whether to be proud of her or threatened. Sienna couldn't decide whether to reassure him or encourage him to stand stronger on his own. Their love wasn't weak, but it wasn't unshakable either. Victor's offer had exposed cracks they'd kept hidden under affection and good intentions. And in Genoa City, cracks always widen. Victor's true motives, or what Sienna thinks they might be. Victor didn't worry about whether Sienna would accept. He expected it. What he did watch was how she carried herself afterward, whether she deferred to Noah, or whether she stood on her own. Victor admired independence, strength, a willingness to step into danger if the reward was worth it. The real question wasn't whether Sienna deserved the role, she did. It was what she would do with it, and what alliances she might form once she had Newman power beneath her fingertips. Victoria sensed something was happening. Nick kept a calculated distance. Nikki was warm but observant, seeing a familiar ambition in Sienna that reminded her of younger days. The family was circling the newcomer, not yet threatened, but undeniably intrigued. Can Sienna handle the Newman spotlight?